City of Denison Historic Preservation Board meeting, September 16th, 2025 is called to order. I have with me Kurt Chakowski and Rhonda Bourne. Do we have any public comments? Do we have a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting, July 15, 2025?
I move we approve the minutes from the Historic Preservation Board meeting of July 15th, 2025.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, minutes are approved. First item on the agenda.
Good morning. I feel like we haven't seen each other for a while, so thank you all for being here. We have two items today. The first is receive a report, hold a discussion, and take action on our request for a certificate of appropriateness for the painting of the primary residential structure and the construction of a garage structure at 610 West Chestnut Street. Case number 2025-055H. This request came from the new homeowners of 610 West Chestnut Street. It's a cute little home that has been historically cared for and well maintained. And so the new owners were closing today, and I think that's probably why they're not here. But they are requesting to repaint the home in that color up above. They are looking. There are two shades there. They are preferring to have the Sherwin-Williams Tempe Star, the one on the left, but they put that second one in there just in case you preferred the one on the right. My staff report does only indicate the Tempe Star on the left, though. The trim color will be the snow belt, and then the color of the inset underneath the porch will be that studio beige shade. They are also requesting to build a garage off of the alley. This is one of the alleys that is accessible, and so we're excited to see them requesting to build a garage off that alley with that alley access. Sam, if you'll go back just one, thank you. The image on the top, that's the style that they are going for. However, they still need to come through for their construction permit and make sure that they meet the setbacks and all of those things. They've already spoken with Diane and myself on all of that, and so they do have space to build the garage. The image to the right is really what I believe they're looking for. The garage door on that one to the left is just showing the style that they would prefer to have in the design. The garage will also be painted in the Tempe Star with the same trim color as the home below. With that, I will answer any questions that you might have regarding this request.
If you could go to the next slide, please. Having driven by there a couple times and just today, it's one of the few alleyways that are paved.
I know.
It's really nice. Lot 3 there, or 5, I'm sorry, right next to him there is asphalt all the way straight through.
It is.
And as long as Kirk makes sure that there's enough room there,
Right.
that is pretty tight.
It is, so they want their garage on that opposite corner.
So they're going to take the shed down?
Yes, where the shed is. That's how I understand it. But yes, they
I'll
have
let
to.
the permit guys figure that
Yep,
out.
they have to go through all of that review and the setbacks
There's
and things
just
like that.
not a lot of room back there.
No, there isn't. And so they may end up having to change the orientation of the garage, is my guess. But we don't have to worry about that here.
And what about the entrance, the doorway into the building?
Into the garage?
Into the garage, yes, thank you.
Right, that's what I think, the image on the right is what they described in their scope of work, but that's what I think we're referring to. They may have to look at changing the orientation a little bit. Or are you asking about the design of the actual garage door?
I'm asking what the function of that is.
To the expansion.
So that's an example. The one on the left is just
Yes.
an example, right? The function of the garage doors, maybe I'm not
Do you
understanding
mean
your
the
question.
expansion of that garage?
I'm wondering about the right side to our looking of that garage structure.
Yep.
And there's a conventional entry door. So my question then is, what's the use of that area behind that conventional entry door?
Storage?
Oh, I think it's just an entry, it's just a door into the
Storage.
garage. Yeah, it's not an accessory
It's
dwelling
not an
unit.
accessory
No.
dwelling.
No,
That's-
it's
that's where I'm
strictly
going.
a
Thank you,
garage.
Mary.
Yes.
Thank you. That's where I'm going.
Yeah, it's just so they don't have to open the door, I think.
Gotcha.
I think those colors are already on our,
They are. They are, they align with the color palette.
Charlie, is this your project?
Mm-mm.
he's got the next.
Are there any more questions, concerns, discussion? Do I have a motion to approve the certificate of appropriateness for the structure at 6110 West Chestnut Street?
I move that we approve the certificate of appropriateness for the painting of the metal, oops, I got the wrong one, sorry, for the
That's right.
painting of the primary residential structure and for the construction of the garage at 610 West Chestnut Street.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye?
Aye. The next item?
Thank you. Receive a report, hold a discussion, and take action on a request for a certificate of appropriateness for the painting of the metal awnings and placement of lighting on the underside of the awnings at 301 West Main Street, case number 2025-054H. So we are discussing the building right across the street from us on the corner. 301 West Main was originally constructed in 1884. However, there were a few fires there, so what we ended up with is a building from 1967. It's the third structure there. The existing structure is constructed of brick and a post-war modern design. The ground level, it looks exactly like it was constructed in 1967 with the storefront windows, the metal awnings, and there is uplighting above those metal awnings. You can kind of see it. The placement is original for those light fixtures as well. The applicant is requesting that the metal awnings, I'm assuming they're aluminum, but I don't know that for sure, be painted in a black color, shiny black color.
Semi-gloss.
And they do show deterioration just due to the weather and age of the building. It's been vacant for quite some time before I started my position here, so some of you may have a better idea of a timeline for how long it's been vacant. But there has been a lack of maintenance to the awnings. The windows will remain. They may need to make some repairs, but the colors are not changing or anything like that. So in case you had a question as to how that matches the color of the awning. The applicant would also like to add track LED lighting underneath the awnings, as well as some new fixtures on top of the awnings, which would be that uplighting onto the building. So if you go to the next image, I was asked to provide some more information, and so Charlie is here representing the applicant, and he provided these images to me yesterday. So this is what we're talking about. It's referred to as jellyfish lighting, and so I would ask Charlie to come up at your request, and if you have any questions regarding the lighting.
I think it says it in the packet there, we're talking about being consistent with what we have already,
Correct.
and I would expect the same thing what Hay Sugar already has.
That's
now.
right.
It's not in the packet, it was a question I was gonna have, but the sign, I expect something like that.
The signage has already been approved administratively, and that is reflected on the staff updates on the next slide.
Okay. That's all I have.
I'm excited. I'm happy that some life will be breathed into that building, so that's great.
From a historian's perspective, there is a very nice plaque on the Rusk side of it there. Talks a little bit about the new building since '67. You're not going to take that down, are you?
Okay.
Any other questions, Questions for Mr. Shearer? Is there a motion to approve the certificate of appropriateness for the painting and lighting of the awning at 301 West Main Street?
Yes, I move to approve the certificate of appropriateness for the painting of the metal awnings and placement of lighting on the underside of the awnings at 301 West Main Street.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Oh, it passes, thank you. The certificate of appropriateness is approved.
Okay, for staff updates then, we have quite a few signs, as you can see, which is a good indication that we have new businesses coming in. We have 2 that requested alley signage due to the construction of D3 moving up further up the block. Rusk was approved for the demolition, as you all know. That was something that staff determined and the building official and fire marshal to be at risk to the pedestrians, to people working inside. And so the result of that was one that we would have liked to have seen come to a different conclusion, most likely, but that's what we are, where we're at right now. The property owners, I've met with them twice. They are to give a plan for that property by November 15th as to whether they plan to sell the lot, reconstruct. They're just not sure yet. And so that,
Just real quick.
yes.
Hey, Grant, there's a delivery guy there looking for someone to tell him where to take stuff, if you could help him out. Thanks.
Sure. So we must have that by that date, or else there will be things that come into play, and they are aware of that. So hopefully they will come to a decision. One of the property owners was awaiting insurance information still. So that seems to be the holdup for a lot of it. But they do have to make a decision as to how to move forward.
You're still doing a lot of work there on the road and stuff, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's best case scenario with how the city has had to close that now as well. So they put grass down. That was something that we asked for per the ordinance and things like that. So
Yeah,
once,
there's movement, so
Yep.
they're
Yep.
working for it.
I have a question, I hope
Sure.
it's not impertinent. Do we know what happened to the architectural details on that building?
there was a piece in the parking lot behind City Hall. That is all I know.
I believe just from a conversation that he had, that they actually tried to salvage most of everything that they could.
So some of the bricks were salvaged.
Yeah, a lot of
Yes,
bricks and then
but not
The
everything.
Not
details,
everything. Not all those details, I don't believe.
No.
But some were,
thank you.
couldn't hold up.
Any other questions about that building that you'd like to know?
Just waiting for the band to come out here so we can dance.
On Thursday, there will be, this is just for information only, there will be a downtown stakeholders meeting for, to discuss vacant properties within the downtown district. So staff has been working on a vacant building registry. So we're holding a stakeholders meeting to gather input from the property owners downtown. Then it will go to city council for their feedback before actually being implemented. So that's Thursday at 6 p.m. In council chambers.
Thank you,
And that is all.
thank you. The meeting is adjourned at 12:14.